In a small village, tucked away between quiet, sleeping mountains, lived a young woman named Ayla. She had left the city behind, exhausted by its relentless noise, the constant pressure, and a deep, gnawing feeling of emptiness that followed her everywhere. She thought that by escaping the chaos, she could finally find the peace she desperately craved. Every morning, Ayla would make her way to the riverbank. She'd sit there for hours, watching the cool water flow endlessly by, a mirror of the time passing her own life. She often wondered why her heart felt so heavy, why every breath seemed like a burden. The tranquility of the mountains was beautiful, but it hadn't yet touched the turmoil within her. One crisp morning, as the sun painted the sky in shades of gold and rose, she saw a young boy named Ryan. He was at the edge of the forest, diligently collecting firewood. His small frame was clearly used to hard work, yet his eyes held a serene light that Ayla found captivating. It was a calmness she hadn't seen in anyone, let alone someone so young. Curiosity got the better of her. She approached him gently and asked, "You work so hard every single day. Don't you ever get tired?" Ryan looked up from his task, a bright, genuine smile spreading across his face. He wiped a bead of sweat from his brow and replied with a wisdom that seemed far beyond his years, "Of course, I get tired. But the forest doesn't just give us wood to keep us warm. It teaches us things. It teaches us patience." He pointed to a sturdy old tree. That tree didn't grow this tall in a day. It stood through storms and quiet days, just growing a little bit at a time. That's what we have to do, too. His words lingered in Ayla's mind long after she returned to the river. Patience. It was a simple concept, but one she had completely forgotten in her rush to find an instant cure for her unhappiness. She started to see the village differently. She noticed the old woman who tended her garden with slow, deliberate care, the fisherman who cast his net with a practiced, unhurried rhythm. Everyone here seemed to understand something she didn't. A few days later, the sky turned dark and ominous. Heavy, relentless rain began to fall, and the gentle river Ayla sat by each morning transformed into a raging, angry torrent. The water levels rose at an alarming rate, threatening to flood the entire village. Panic started to set in, but before fear could take over, Ayla saw Ryan running from door to door, his small voice shouting warnings. Without a second thought, she joined him. Together, they raced through the downpour, helping the elderly, gathering lost children, and guiding everyone towards the higher ground on the hillside. They worked side by side, their hands cold and their clothes soaked through, but a fire burned within them, a shared purpose to protect their community. They didn't stop until every single person was safe. When the storm finally passed and the last of the rain clouds drifted away, a profound silence fell over the valley. The river was still swollen, but the immediate danger was gone. As she stood on the hill, looking down at the village she had helped save, Ayla felt a lightness in her chest she hadn't experienced in years. The heavy weight that had burdened her for so long was gone. In that moment, she understood true peace wasn't about escaping from life's struggles or finding a place devoid of pain. It was found in the connection with others, in the act of helping, in facing the storm, and realizing you were strong enough to withstand it. It was about finding meaning not in solitude, but in community. The next morning, the first rays of sunlight broke through the clouds, spreading a warm, golden glow across the wet mountains. The world looked clean, fresh, and full of promise. Ayla took a deep breath of the crisp mountain air and smiled. She knew she wouldn't be going back to the city. She had found her home. Here, in the heart of the mountains, she had learned that nature might be silent, but for those who are willing to truly listen, it offers life's most profound and beautiful lessons. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that explores the deeper meanings of life. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time.